Hey, it's Chris again with C&H Auto Accessories coming from sunny Margate, Florida. And what do we have today? Well, we have the Armor Flex and the Bedrug Mat. But before we get into that, if you have questions, that is my telephone number. Now, the products I'm going to show you, I'll go ahead and put a link at the bottom of this YouTube video so you could click on it, get the pricing and all that stuff. So, or if you just want to purchase it. So that being said, come on over here. We have the F-150 by Ford, and this has the Armor Flex, and inside is the Bedrug Mat. Before we get into the Bedrug, let's start with the Armor Flex. Now, the Armor Flex is a folding hardcover by Undercover. It's got a 400-pound capacity with a 5-year manufacturer warranty. Now, we installed it for this customer, so that 5 years is going to go to 10 years, so that's a really good warranty. And it has the Line-X on it. Now, the Line-X is to protect the cover itself. Basically, this is adding more protection. And a lot of times people get the Line-X bed as well, and they want this all to match. But personally, I think this is a great looking cover. It is a flush mount. That means it sits here in the bed. It's nice and clean looking. I tell you, this is a sharp cover. Now, this is going to do a pretty good job of keeping the water out. Is it going to keep every drop of water out? It will not. I am sorry to tell you, no cover out there is waterproof. If you go onto the manufacturer's website, it says it's a weather resistant or water resistant cover. But Undercover does do a lot to keep the water out. They got a really good seal along here, and then I'll show you a few other things they have done that helps a lot with that. Now they have a seal right here, so let's show you that. Now let's go ahead and open this up. Here's a little seal here, and that helps as well. Now here's the seal I just mentioned a minute ago. Also, this has a drainage system, so if the water gets past that seal, it's going to go into that drainage system and drain out here at the tailgate, or it's going to drain out in the front. There's tubes in the front for direct the water outside the bed. Now, what I like about the Armor Flex, this is a 4-layer cover. Chris, what the heck are you talking about? Well, you got a piece of aluminum, you got another piece of aluminum, and then there's a reinforcement in the middle that adds strength to the cover, and it helps with insulation. Now, we live here in sunny Florida, and I tell you, everything gets really hot, including the cover. Now, this cover has, again, metal, insulation, and a Line-X on it, so it's got 4 layers. So what happens is it keeps a lot of the heat from making its way to the bed. Now, there's a lot of covers out there that are one single piece of metal. And I'm not going to mention the names. But the problem with that single piece of metal, that heat goes right through the metal into the bed. So let's say you're putting your tools in there and you have to go grab something, and all of a sudden it's super hot. Or people sometimes leave their golf clubs in there, and the handles, actually the glue that holds the handles, I start coming apart because of the heat in there. Or just if you're picking up groceries and you got a little bit of a drive from the grocery store to your house, maybe you don't want your milk to get roasted on the way home. So having a 4-layer system is better for the interior of your bed. Also, if you look here, you can see the bedrug in here. I'm going to get it to that in 1 second here. So again, you got to, by the way, you do have a driver's side and passenger side release mechanism. I know there's a lot of covers that are just doing the driver's side. The benefit is real simple. If you are pulling off to the side of the road, you're on the highway, and all the traffic is going to be on this side of the vehicle, you might want to walk around to the safer side and open your cover. Maybe you don't want to be where all the traffic is. Also, another great feature of this, you can drive and have this locked into place. So we go ahead and see these little things right here. Now, if you know that there is 2 of these, this keeps it for you're on the highway. You don't have to worry about the wind catching this and slamming it closed and scaring you and stuff like this. Also, when you're not in use, it does slide right in there. Great feature about this cover, it does have 3 folds. So let's go ahead to the next fold. Folds all the way up. If you look here, you got your little control, your support arm. Now there is 2 of these, and I see people all the time just driving with 1 of these. You got to use 2. So for the people who have already bought this, use the second support, please. Now for the video, I don't feel like walking around putting the other support in there. You can see how it works. It is really good to have for many, many reasons. One is you can put more stuff in your bed. You're picking up your couch and you're moving it, or you're picking up some furniture, or you're going to bike week and you want to put your motorcycle back here and you need that extra room for your bike. This goes all the way up. Also, this works as a headache rack. Now, if you're not familiar with the term headache rack, you see a lot of commercial vehicles and they put a protection by the rear window. That is for if you're driving along and someone cuts you off and you have to hit your brakes, all the stuff in the back doesn't come flying forward and hitting the rear window. It's a lot better if it hits this. This is cheaper to fix. And if you have your family in the back seat, You don't want that rear window breaking and glass going all over the people you love. So having this here when it's up, and the only time this will be up again is if there's something in the back. So this is a great feature to protecting the people in the back of your truck. I like this a whole lot. Now, if you look inside here, you do see how much room you have. You don't really lose any space. The drainage system, I don't know if you can see here in the corners and stuff, it's tucked out of the way. And it's a nice little sit up there. And I like it's out of the way. You don't really see. You don't have to worry about being hit by anything. It's right there on the side. I know some people put them in the floor, and I have no reason why. Because if you have it in the floor, guess what? You're going to be knocking it out all the time. I always can see some, amateur put it in there, put it right on the floor. I'm like, oh, why? Do it this way. It's always better. Now, if you notice, this has a Bedrug mat. Let's go into this. First of all, this mat is actually pre-cut from the factory. So when you get it, you don't have to do all these intricate cuts. It's already done from the factory. Now, the benefit of this mat is your wear and tear is always going to be the center of the bed here. Now, this is, let's see, this is a Ford. The thing about a Ford is it does use aluminum beds. Aluminum is lightweight metal. That's why they're using it. It saves weight, saves about 700 pounds off the vehicle. But it can dent a little easier. Even though he has Line-X this, Line-X is good, but it still can bend a little. So if I drop something, the metal will bend and the Line-X will bend. This here helps absorb the impact. Now, if you look closely here, you can see it does have the little grooves, like the bottom of the bed has the little grooves. This has the same groove. So if it does follow the bed, this will do several different things. First of all, it has an impact liner. So if you drop something, it helps with the weight when things drop in there. Also, this is not real carpet. My hand says it's carpet. Looks like carpet. It's actually plastic. That's right. And why is that good? Well, it's the stuff they use on boats. So let's say you're driving the road and you have this open. You have your motorcycle in the back. Go on the bike week. It starts raining. You don't have to worry about this can get wet. Just like if it's on a boat, it can get wet. It won't hurt it. You don't have to worry about mildew or anything of that nature. You just let it dry in the sun and you're back to good. I mean, I have a Bedrug in my personal truck. It's got wet many times. I actually know how I used to clean them back in the day. I would leave the cover open and go through the car wash and let it get all soaked up. And then I take my hose and I squirt it all out. And that's how I clean them. So now you can take these out to clean them if you want. They're just Velcros, a couple of Velcro strips in the middle. You take them out, clean them, put them right back in. Now I've actually even put my Roomba in there, let it bounce around, and that worked really well as well. Super easy to clean. Don't have to worry about the elements. It looks good. The most important thing, it will protect your things. It protects the bed, protects the things you put in the bed, because unfortunately, this Line-X is really good, but when your things are moving around, it can scratch things. So you got something that you don't want to get scratched up, it is better on the Bedrug. So I'm a huge Bedrug fan. I think it's a great value to have. You really can't go wrong, and it's not that expensive, by the way. So again, let's go back to the cover. I'll go ahead and show you how to close. If you look here, there's a little lever. I just pushed a little lever. There's a little clip right there. Let's go ahead and bring this down. Now, you don't need to slam this. I've seen people think they're Hercules and they just slam it down. You just kind of close and stuff. Nice and easy. Okay. And let's come over here. Look. Super, super easy. Okay. Again, if you like this, we can ship it anywhere in the country, or you can come here, let us put it on for you, and we'll double the warranty. Again, I'm Chris with C&H Auto Accessories. This is the Armor Flex with the Bedrug mat on a Ford F-150. And before I go, hit that like and subscribe. Thank you.